Hello and welcome to teamfortress.tv with Admirable, HYS and Ducky. We're here for the ETF2L Season 17 powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 1 fixture. It's going to be Moule versus Made in Germany. We're here for two maps. It's going to be Granary and Gollywash. These are the two teams we saw in the Zowie TFTV number 2 Invitational. Wow, totally messed that up. They were in the grand final and Made in Germany came out on top. Before I even let HYS talk, I'm going to tell Ducky, can we release the details of the straw poll? We want to know who you think is going to win this first map. Granary, we've got a few options there. You can pick either team and a golden cap. We're trying to bring in some new technology here to our streams, a bit of audience interaction. HYS, how are you feeling about this game?
I'm excited. It should be a good game, and obviously Meg have got Clockwork in instead of Samsey, so it should be interesting to see how that works out because he's an excellent scout anyway.
Yeah, that is a bit of a headline grabber right there. Clockwork is a total beast. But again, I'm going to have to go off on a spiel here before we get into the game. Got to announce a little competition here. We're working in partnership, well, maybe not partnership, but bedfellows at least, with ETF2L and TT Esports. They have a few mouse mats to give away over the course of the season. Those 6 TT Esports Furus Gaming mouse pads, damn correct terminology, to give away over the next 6 weeks of the main season. There might be more stuff to give away over the playoffs, but this isn't for the teams, this is for you, the viewers. And the way we're going to do this is that you must answer this question. I'll read out a few details afterwards, but you need to tell me how many damage points will the winning team produce on the second map, including any potential golden cap. So it's not this map, I just want to let you know about it right now, guys, but on the second map, it's probably going to be Gollywash unless the teams do something crazy. We're going to ask you to go over to etf2l.org and click on that first news post. It's the one, Season 17, powered by TT Esports, Moule versus Made in Germany. I've also got a tiny URL here I can put in the chat. It will help you. And you just go there, you log in with your Steam ID if you don't have an ETF2L account, or get in there. And just post in the comments with the number that you expect the total team damage to be on the team that wins the second map. And that's across the golden cap and the actual round. It's a pretty wide range of numbers there. Like the damage could range from like 25,000 to 40, 50,000. So the closest to that figure will win. In the event of a tie, the person who posts first will win. So you have a trade-off there to consider. If you vote early, you can secure a number until the intermission when you can see the first map's stats and try and base it off that. You just have to guess the number, not the team that's going to win or anything. And it's going to be 1 vote per person. And the voting will close when the second map starts. I'll try and call it out on air, but we don't want anyone to cheat there. But as soon as the second map starts, the votes will no longer be accepted. Is that clear, HYS? Did I make a mess of that?
Yeah, that's clear. Perfectly clear. Already put my entry in.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't make any rules about whether staff can vote or not, or can enter, but I'll allow it. Maybe Sonny Black won't. But I will read those details out again in the intermission right at the end of the first map. Hopefully if the teams give us enough time. But yeah, let's talk about the game right here, HYS. Actually, let's talk about HYS for a second. This guy is the demo man, or I should say former demo man of The Last Resort. Finished in 4th place last season. You were about to compete in this season. What went wrong?
Shoulder went wrong. I just have a pretty bad injury to my right shoulder, and I've been playing on it for like a month and a half and trying to sort of see it through, but in the end it's just been a bit too painful to continue, and it's been slowing down my progress in recovering. So I just figured I'd hang up my mouse and come and join you here.
That's sort of heartbreaking, but every cloud has a silver lining, and I get a new casting partner. I'm going to put you through your paces today. Real quick, let's look at those straw poll results. I see Made in Germany steaming ahead here. 39 people reckon they're going to win straight up on this first map. Won't even go to a golden cap. Only 8 votes there for Moule. I guess the people, the public, they believe the hype behind Made in Germany. They think it's not even going to be a close contest. Would you agree, HYS?
I do agree, actually. I think Made in Germany is going to be really strong. I actually think that now they've got Clockwork as well, it could be Not even as close, sadly. I hope it'll be a close affair, and maybe on one of the maps it will be. But I think they'll take both.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, but like Granary is definitely a map we can see some upsets on. Also, Gully was the second map can be troubling, or there's definitely certain maneuvers you can pull out here on these Granary middles. But made in Germany, they might lose a middle or two, but I fully expect them to sort of analyze and adapt. We'll see if Moule have prepared any special technology here. I have told the teams to go live, so I think we will be going live pretty soon. One thing I just want to clarify, like you said, Clockwork is here. Samsy, the Made in Germany scout, has had problems with his internet. He moved house, but he didn't really sync it up correctly, so he's without an internet connection right now. Clockwork has stepped in here. He's actually on the Made in Germany roster. They also have Squid, I think they're another North American scout. So they're not playing as mercs, you know. Moule didn't have to allow them, because I know I definitely wouldn't have allowed Clockwork if I was that leader in that situation. What about you guys?
I don't think I would like to accept him playing, because I think he's, no disrespect to Samsy, but he's an excellent player. And maybe you could say the difference in ping in playing from East Coast may cause him some issues, but I've seen him playing the other night over in pickups, and he's pretty strong.
Yeah, you know, it's strange. Like, all these players are of an incredible caliber, but there's always a few star players in any scene, and Clockwork is just one of those players that has sort of caught people's imaginations in the past. He produces some ridiculous displays of skill, and hopefully we're going to see that even with the pings. I can actually see the pings because I never updated my scoreboard.
I'm the same there, I'm afraid.
But I did tell the team to ready up, but now they want to relax, they want to take it easy, so we're still here. We've got 6 players on each team. I'll go for a roster rundown. Actually, HYS, I'm going to throw you under the bus here. Tell me about this Made in Germany team. Oh, maybe he's going to ready up. You better go through it quickly.
Well, Made in Germany, I was starting off with Toon on Medic, Cadus Demo, the 2 soldiers, Pocket Soldier, Ips, Roma, Gear. And they've got 2 scouts now, Bash and Clockwork, and formerly Samsy was playing the pocket role, so it'd be interesting to see if Clockwork fills in there or he goes for the Roman playstyle. And on the opposite side, in Moule, we've got Nox playing on Pocket Soldier with GLP, or Pierre l'Aggressif, as he's called in game, on Roman Soldier. Mitzi on Medic, who obviously is famous for playing with Nox as well, and then being quite a strong combo. And Nadir, the former Roma for TLR last season, now switching over to Demo Man for his debut season in Prem, at least on Demo Man, his main class, and 2 scouts, Droso and Flip, and I'd expect to see Droso again taking up that pocket scout role and Flip playing more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised here to see Captain Hacks GLP, as you said, playing under the name Pierre l'Aggressif. I know he used it in the Zowie Cup, but I thought it was just a fake nick. Is it actually his nickname for ETF2L Season 17?
I'd imagine he's declared it, or he's getting some warning after the game, so looks like they're going live, lads.
This is beautiful. We're here for the ETF2L Season 17, powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 1 fixture between your number 1 and number 2 seeds. Well, in Zowie terms anyway, it's Moule versus Made in Germany. We're on to the first middle here on Granary. Cadus comes out top, eats a sticky preset there from the Deer. Drops down, has to take the kit, and he's sort of out of the middle right now, but the combos are only just arriving. It's going to be first aggression there from Pierre l'Aggressif. Jumps up and then falls onto the floor, only to get focused down by Cadus and Gear, and a second frag comes in quickly after that as Ips manages to find Flip right there. Looks like the medic Mitzi will not get out middle. He's on 10 HP right now. Eats another rocket from above there. Ips raining down death from above. Only Nox remains alive. Mitzi couldn't get out, and that's something that you don't often see. Usually it's Nox and Mitzi running away if the shit hits the fan, so to speak, HYS.
Absolutely, and now they have a full Uber charge, pushing on to last, leaving the 2 scouts to cap back on 4th. With only 1 spawner currently in the heavy coming in, there's going to be just 2 players here. As Mig move in from the left side, Cadus is trapping off that left door, so spawners can't come out. They're clearing the players now on the right side. Cadus hold down the left door, the Uber's obviously been popped, and now it's just Nadir left, and that's going to be 1-0 to Made in Germany.
Yeah, a pretty decisive round right there. I've just realised, like, I'm looking at the live stats here on the other side, and I'm not seeing any damage stats, and I know this... I get the feeling that maybe this server is not running supplemental stats, which would make our competition totally null and void if there is no damage in the logs. That is quite a worry for me right now, but we'll continue on to this middle as I watch Cadis roll out up top yet again. Or on the floor, sorry, this time Nadir is opposite number is up top. And he has found himself tagged up there by Cadis' stickies. Now the double soldier bomb comes in from Made in Germany. And as everybody's looking skyward for those soldiers, Cadis and the scouts just walk forward and they seem to be crushing faces. Pierre L'Aggressif's trying to turn it around though. He's picked up 2 frags so far this middle, trying to find a third here. He's going toe to toe with Bash. Where is Gear right now? He's just respawned actually. He is coming back, or where has he been? Has he been all the way behind? Bash will finish up Pierre L'Aggressif there, Captain Hacks. I'm so confused right now, Heis.
Yeah, that was an interesting middle. You saw, obviously, from the left side, Cadis dropping onto the kit, both soldiers jumping up onto the left crate, followed by a jump straight after. That double soldier aggression just seemed to be too much for them to handle there. Obviously, just left with... They did pretty well there, because Nox picked 2 players towards the end, and it balanced it out there for GLP to have a chance of, obviously, levelling that middle off. But they've won the middle now, and they look like they're trying to push forward into yard with Bash and the combo moving into the right side. Actually opting for the left side now, switching across as Clockwork's got an early pick onto Flip, and that's going to leave them under a little bit of pressure now because there's 2 players down and they're going to have to retreat to their last as the charges are fairly even.
There's already a scout peeking in there. That's Clockwork just up on the pipe on last before they've even capped the point, just trying to see if there's anybody who wants to meet the business end of his scattergun, but they go back, they cap the point. And now they realise they're in an Uber versus Uber situation. They're going to push out the window here. I like that. Not even pop charge yet. They're already right on top of their opponent's Flip. First to die here. Gear follows and joins him in the spawn queue. Ubers are traded now. But it looks like Made in Germany are trying to find flags on the flank, relatively speaking, just to the left-hand side there. It is working for them right now. They find themselves finding Nadir and Nox. No Demo Man and no Pocket right now. Made in Germany have regrouped with their heals, but... Uh-oh. It looks like Dun's under pressure here. Surfs a rocket into the window. 6 Surf there. Gets away on 8 HP. Unbelievable. Cadis will go down, but somehow Dun managed to escape from that situation. Here comes the respawn wave. Gear and Bash straight in there. And they're going to clean up Epsilon style, baby.
Yeah, that was a terrific surf there by Made in Germany's medic too. And as he got back through the window, just giving them enough time there to finish that point off. And now we're going to be moving on to middle. I'm going to watch in eyes of Cadis, the Made in Germany demo man, as he's going to sticky jump up. Oh, I say up top. He's failed that rollout. He's gone for the bottom right side here. He's opting bottom right. He's just putting some sticks up top, and he's got 2 stickies towards the health kit. He's just denying area control for the demo man to get back, as most of their team is on the right side, and the demo's eyesight left. There's a bomb in there from GLP. Take down soon the medic. As Mega going to clear 3 players up shortly after. It's not looking too good for Frenchies right here, ads.
Yeah, Ips jumped in pretty much at the same time as Captain Hacks went in and found Thun. He went in and found Mitzi, but everyone else cleaned up so much better on the Made in Germany side. Like, I love the start of that middle. You saw Moule and Moule just coming in on the red side, taking control of their crates and not really committing to anyone. Then as soon as both soldiers bombed in, it just descended into madness, but seems to be slightly superior focus fire and deathmatching ability, as you would expect from Made in Germany. 1 out on that middle. I must watch a scout perspective next time, but ooh, there we see Captain Hacks going forward to see if he can find anything. He's going to be dead for the next 10 seconds. Nadir's just about to respawn, but that means there's no stickies up here, so Made in Germany know they can walk in for free on this left-hand door. They see a heavy, and they see no sniper, so they know what they're up against. They've got their own heavy here. It's Ips playing as that big spinning fat man right now. He's walking forward, putting out steady damage, but his team actually find themselves at a man disadvantage, but Jeroso has cleaned up. Ips Dun is trying to look for the door here, and it seems like Made in Germany were a little bit overeager with that push.
Yeah, they lost 2 players very early on the French side, and they looked to be in a lot of trouble as they pushed in from the bottom left there. And now we're just watching a soldier come in from the upper scare. He's just took down GLP as they've tried to push out for second. The medic's got the Uber charge from the saw. Looks like he's running crits there, James, on the bottom left, as they're pushing in with the demo.
Oh, he fires a blind sticky, hoping he could catch somebody there on the Z entrance. Finally gets Ips. Nox gets a flash of the crits too to find Bash, and that's 2 frags there. And the Uber charge is nowhere even close for Thun because he died previously in that push. And the crits, a nice momentum changer there, a gear change for Moule and Moule as they managed to retake their own CP2 and now look to put pressure on third here. They're coming into the red ramp room. Kiedis is onto them though. He's putting down a lot of spam there. He's emptied out his stickies now, reverting to the pipes. But that means that Moule know there's no stickies here if they did want to try and continue through. There's just a couple on the floor, but they do decide to go back. They're going to regroup. Droso was pretty weak there, and so were a lot of the players actually. They've all gone back. They've given up the yard entirely just through superior spam, I feel, from Made in Germany.
We're now watching the Uber versus Crits as a soldier bombs in. GLP goes for the medic, but he gets cleaned up by Ips. That's a big play now because the French team are looking at 5 players against 6, and that's Crits versus Uber. So we're going to have to see what Nadir can do here. If he's looking from the bottom left, it looks like he's Crits in now.
Oh, he tried to pre-fire. He thought he had the raid on the Made in Germany combo coming from lower garage, but they just stepped into the lunchbox area there, and just a little bit of premature ejaculation right there from Nadir and Mitzi, trying to use that crits, and now they find themselves in a horrible situation. They've got no crits, and Thun has Uber charge. Ips wraps around from the window there to come in behind Droso. Now he's trying to keep his demo alive. There's a soldier about to drop down though. It's Pierre L'Aggressive, aka Captain Hacks, but he can't find a frag. He has definitely got these Germans scared though. They popped their charge off. It's 3. There's a spawn actually. Clockwork coming in now as well. They're about to cap here. He may be able to spawn forward, but Pierre L'Aggressive is still on the scene. Gets Thun. Unbelievable, Ice.
That's a fantastic bit of play from GLP coming in there. Nox forcing out the Ubers as they hadn't even capped 4th yet, and now we're looking at equal numbers 4v4 with Mitzi and 85% charge advantage. You'd expect them now to start to be moving forward with this charge advantage, but it is still crits, and this could be quite costly for them trying to push even against a non-Uber right now. And they're going to come in from that bottom right hand side door from a defensive point of view, and it looks like they've got the soldier and the demo there. Look who they're going to pop on early, and the team currently for Main Germany are holding the bottom right. They get 2 picks there, one to the scout flip and one to their pocket soldier Nox, as the scout pushes into last, and he does pick one player to Droso from the bottom left. As now we've got 2 players down for the French side, and they're still holding on to that crits as Thun slowly builds. They've crits in there, but they've lost Nadir on the door as the door opens and a soldier comes in to try and force. 1 will go down. There's only 2 down now as Thun gradually builds the Uber. He'll be on 100%, and that's 2 down before the Uber's even been popped off.
Thun pops to save a few of his team, flashes to scout the demo man. He wants to get everybody into the faces of these remaining Moule players, and the heavy weapons guy unable to do much there, but just unfortunate. Well played by Kiedis, I have to say, for having that trap up on the deer. There was no stickies sort of immediately visible, but as soon as he stepped beyond the threshold of the door, the deck came in and the crits was just sprayed all over the walls right there. No joy. Nadir rolls out up top this time on middle, and Kiedis is emulating him. Looks like Kiedis down to 50, drops down, gets the med pack, and he's going to have to wait for a few heals here before he can make anything happen. As Made in Germany roll in from their left hand side, they're going to meet Moule coming in from their own ramp room. Oh, Mitzi is pressured back here, eats a rocket from Ips, but gets shut down and some... What happened there? How did Made in Germany lose 6 players and not even get a single frag? Hi, Saya, total tunnel vision on that middle, I think.
Captain Hacks came in and he had a great aggressive bomb, and he picked 2 players very early, give them the 2-man advantage there, and he finished the 3rd off early on. I mean, shortly after that 2K, and now obviously we're looking at the team push up top. Captain Hacks is on the left side, pressured by 2 scouts. He'll pick 1 scout on that pipe, which is going to be a disaster now for the Made in Germany team as they're going to look to push on. That's GLP gone aggressive, bottom left there. There's 3 players focusing him, and it gives his team time to push in with the Uber across the pipe as they pick the rest off here. That's 3 down. They've equaled it out slightly, but the 2 scouts are going to come up here and clean off the rest of the team, and that'll be 3-1.
Yeah, just looking at the live stats, or what we have of them, I can see Pierre L'Aggressive and Nox going big on that round, picking up 4 frags each. Must have been strong soldier plays on middle. It was maybe just one of those like rock, paper, scissors situations where they were coming in from the ramp room as their opponents were coming in from their sort of left, and you know, they were stuck in that corner. Let's see what happens on this middle though. It's going to be Medigan versus Medigan again. Nadir goes top, but Kiedis on the floor this time gets the jump on him a little bit. Nadir gets pistol down. Clockwork gets the credit with a crater there, and no demo man here for Moule. They aren't even going to contest middle, not even gonna bother. Pierre L'Aggressive goes in just to try and get anything done on Thun. He's dealt with fairly promptly, and now it is 4 Moule players trying to hold off here against Made in Germany, and the overcharge isn't even present yet. It's not a factor. And I think Made in Germany know this. They're just going to try and cap 4 for free. Moule are aware of it as well. They've backed off completely. They don't want to get caught with their pants down there.
Yeah, we're just watching the Made in Germany team cap off the 4th point here as Mitzi's holding quite aggressively up the top with his 2 soldiers there. They have quite a good defensive setup as Made in Germany will push in through the bottom right roller door. There's some good damage being put out. That's Bash will pick a soldier early. This looks kind of bad now, right? Because the Ubers have been popped slightly later for Mitzi, and they're going to back off Made in Germany and try and recycle. But one scout's trapped in behind, so Bash should go down here. But he's still putting a lot of distraction out here as the Cadus has re-pushed in from the bottom left. They're pushing to 3, 4 picks in quick succession from Made in Germany, and they're going to take that next round 4-1.
Yeah, that was a fairly definitive response right there to that previous quick round from Mais and Moule as Made in Germany figure it out, managed to take middle and push on to last. This will be the 6th middle of the round, and we've only played about 12 minutes so far, so pretty intense stuff. Nadier's going to roll out top yet again. Cadus is on top, and actually he's losing the damage battle this time. Drops down onto the floor, takes the kit, finds himself on 100. But this hasn't seemed to have affected the middles that much so far. Gonna see a big bombing though from Pierre Legressif, and the combined pipe spam from Nadir, just catching all those German players in their own corner. Gear has found Nadir, Ips on flip as well, but the soldiers are trying to Gear and Clockwork are trying to clean up. Pierre, or Nox has jumped up, unable to save Mitzi, gets Gear, and now must try and contend with Clockwork. He's beastly, doesn't have the shotgun aim to bring down that 50 HP scout. Clockwork cleans up Nox, and now Pierre Legressif is covering the med pack here. He's hoping that Clockwork will step onto it. Actually goes and grabs it himself, jumps in, stunned in the air. Oh, he just got humiliated right there by Clockwork, the North American scout.
Yeah, that was some great work again, and Nadir getting the early advantage on Cadus there, and Cadus was on 50 HP before Captain Hacks or Pierre Legressif had jumped on the right side. There was some good sinking there from Mais and Moule, but sadly, obviously to their demise, Clockwork comes in with 2 clutch kills on the middle, and Made in Germany still take the midpoint despite the early advantage they had.
Yeah, impressive clean-up play there. Look at Made in Germany, they're going to hammer straight down the left-hand side. Didn't even bother to contest that right yard. They're into garage, they're trying to take control, see if they can seek out any frags here. But on the flank, Pierre Legressif takes out Clockwork, Droso onto Cadus, who did actually manage to get Mitzi, so not that bad a trade. His medic remains alive. Thun is on the field here, but there's a real shortage of combat classes right now. It's only 2 soldiers and the medic here for Made in Germany. Big chance they might get forced. And Thun has 2 people to keep alive here. He pops off to save Gear on 50. He's going to just step out there to find Nadir, but meanwhile Nox and Droso fell to Gear's black box at the same time, with a little help from Ips of course, but Gear getting all the credit there, House.
Yeah, and we got 2 late spawns now for both Nox and Nadir. That's their combo down, but Flips has got an early kill. This could be good. Flips doing some excellent damage on the bottom right hand side there, and the soldier following up that aggression. This looks fairly even here, James. And oh my word.
That focus fire, Cadus just stepping up and cleaning up a few players that had been damaged there, and the heals from Thun playing a big part as Made in Germany just sort of spread themselves out in a nice firing squad there and focused down those Mais and Moule players.
They all seem to go in like 2-second window, those like 4 players down in one go. It was excellent focus fire from the Made in Germany team, and do you see a response here from Mais and Moule, James?
I'm not sure. I think Made in Germany should start to be saying that whenever they push left, sometimes they get crushed. They might be a little bit more defensive or actually take the initiative here, but it's actually not a rump room roll out here from Mais and Moule. They're going to go left and see how that fares for them. Big bomb in here from Ips, straight in, finds Mitzi yet again, arcing round that lower left hand side, and the whole thing turns into a massive melee here on the point. Thun's doing his best to avoid the shotgun of Nox, and he is going to get hit down, stabbed brutally by the 3-rune blade.
That was an excellent middle again from Made in Germany, and Cadus did actually stop Nadir from taking the kit there. He had 2 sticks on the kit. Nadir went back very weak on about 42 HP to his medic, and again that brought the aggression forward for Made in Germany and lots of area control, and you just watched them there just stomp straight over the French team.
Yeah, Clockwork with 3 frags so far this round, and talk about depth in your roster. You got Clockwork on backup, okay, Made in Germany. No point in just showing off like that. Oh, look at this aggression here from Thun and Cadus. They see the medic is close. They're going to hunt down Mitzi. They get him. He only had 40% charged. Immediately focusing down Nadir after his Ips comes in with the heavy weapons guy. And this is going to be 6-1 in about 17 minutes. It's going to be a cap out here for Made in Germany. Really setting the standard for the second map that we're going to see. A total wipe there. A complete cap out. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was an excellent performance by Made in Germany. And as I said before, I think Clockwork, they just add another game changer to the team. And it's like when we looked at Epsilon with Stefan and Bash, it's two scouts of equal caliber. It's always going to cause you a lot of problems. But ultimately, I mean, Ips and Gear did a lot of work on these middles as well, to obviously free up the space and to allow both scouts to clean up. And for the most part, I think they won the majority, or at least maybe 2/3 of the middles from my recollection.
Yeah, looking at the logs right now, I can tell you that Made in Germany did in fact win 6 mids, and they managed to convert them all into rounds, it seems, whilst Mais only had 1, which they did manage to convert as well, but the middles being the real deciding factor here, clearly. I will share these logs with you as well, Hyson, we can try and look smart talking about numbers.
That was good.
Baby. Here we go, and that was fairly quick, and I do see damage numbers here, which has really stopped my heart from racing for a second there. I know our live start stats were slightly malfunctioning. There seems to be no damage output from the server, but we might be able to fix that in the intermission. Let me just talk about these logs real quick though. Hi, so give me your read on them anyway. Tell me, is there a pattern to see here? Can we bring anything from the logs in such a sort of whitewash game?
I think it's always difficult to analyse the logs, but obviously the first thing we pointed out was the middles and the fact that they won 6 middles and they converted 6 middles. They were very strong and very aggressive, and I don't think that the French team had much of an answer for that aggression. We'll have to see, because Gullywash is a different dynamic and that may change how that plays out. But initially looking at these logs, you can see Cadus had a fantastic game. I mean, he's pretty much like 33% higher damage than any other player there, and in the space of 15 minutes, I mean, he's averaged pretty much 15,000 damage there over the course of 30 minutes, and that is quite outstanding for a demo man on a map like Granary, where soldiers can get it to you and harass you quite easily on middle point. So obviously, although it maybe didn't show that Cadus was having a fantastic game, he wasn't hitting all these flashy shots, he obviously did a lot of damage and he did control a lot, as we saw on the last middle, as well as put the damage out, and that seems to have helped his team follow up.
Yeah, just taking a look at Clockwork stats as well. I always like to look at the kills and assists per death. I know it was a total roll here, but just want to see who was really pissing all over these Moule guys. I'm looking at Gear up there playing in a pretty efficient game, 19-10 for 7 in terms of kills and assists per death. He's leading the charge there with a 4.1 KA per death. I was hoping to see Clockwork somewhere up there. Actually, everybody from Made in Germany is ahead except for their medic, and that's sort of that tells a slight tale there that the Thun isn't always healing the people that are getting the frags. Like we see the Made in Germany soldiers more than happy to both run gunboats and get very aggressive. I didn't actually check during the game what Nox was running, but we saw it in the Zowie Cup, and it seems we're seeing it again here. Ips is like a second roamer, essentially. He got a couple of medic picks there on middles, but I feel ultimately it's hard to like really define or divine anything from these stats when it's such a quick game and such a roll. But Granary turning out to be pretty punishing there for Moule. We're going to go to a straw poll though for the second map. Shout out to Atmo for his live stats, live polls updates there that we've been trying to feature in our cast. Ducky should have that one released to the public momentarily, and we'll get your votes here. On the second map, it's going to be Gullywash, and my STV has not managed to reconnect. I'm going to retry. Who do you think, or do you think Moule can come back from such a pounding there, Heis, as we go to Gullywash?
I definitely think they can. I mean, they have the ability. They have a lot of players as well that have described it could be game changers or star quality to some extent. Maybe not to the extent of the experience that you've got on Made in Germany's lineup, but I mean, Gullywash is a totally different map, and we'll have to see how it pans out. I mean, the problem really is that you look across the board and you wonder where they're going to gain an advantage on Made in Germany, and it's so solid the way that they're set up at the moment, and also with Cadus's rollout's been so quick on Gullywash as well. I mean, they're going to have to adapt. Maybe they're going to lose a lot of middles, but they're going to have to find a way not to lose too many players and get rolled onto their last point, which obviously we saw that a lot on Granary. And even at points where we saw like players up top trying to push into second when they didn't need to and get picked off, like we saw it occasionally from GLP, we saw it from the Deer, and losing players late, Flip the same. They need to be more disciplined and obviously get back and set up their defense. And once they hold off that wave, if they can stack a heavy defense, see if they can push back out, and they obviously need to show discipline. But it's obviously going to be difficult for a caller like Nox when they're that overwhelmed by that kind of ability that Made in Germany are bringing. We're going to have to see how they can adapt.
One thing I just realised, I know that was a quick game there, but it's sort of my responsibility. We had the Made in Germany team comms available to us. They're here on Mumble with us, that I totally forgot was trying to keep an eye on everything. I forgot to bring them in at any point. It was a quick game, so you can't blame me entirely for that. But we'll try and bring it in for the second map here, Gullywash. We'll see how the #1 team in Europe is calling in certain situations. But I should remind you guys that we're going to do a giveaway tonight, courtesy of ETF2L and TT Esports. We're going to be giving out one TT Esports Virus Gaming mouse pad. And the way you can lay your sticky mitts on that is if you head over to etf2l.org and look at the top news post there, the one entitled Season 17 powered by TT Esports, Moule versus Germany. It's about this game and about this giveaway. There's a question you need to answer, and that is how many damage points will the winning team produce on the second map, including any potential golden cap. And that is this map. It is Gullywash. You can look at the previous logs if you want some advice. But I'm going to give you a warning of about 60 seconds here, guys, because the voting ends as soon as this map starts. I'll call it out on air, but you have about 1 minute to get your votes in there. You need to log in through Steam if you want to participate on that ETF2L site if you don't have an account. But you've got to guess the overall team damage. You can see that on the previous log. Give yourself an idea. And the closest to the figure will win. In the event of any tie, the person who posts first will win. And it's going to be 1 vote per person, and the voting will close within about 30 seconds now. I'm just watching my phone clock here. I'm going to say, 30 seconds. I'll announce when it's closed. I'll even call out on air there, and then by the end of the cast, we're going to have interviews at the end, and then after that, we will announce the winner. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Fingers crossed, guys.
Absolutely, and hopefully we'll see a game that's going to last the full 30 minutes, and it was quite convincing before. And I know we recently played this team on Gullywash not so long ago. I say, well, TLR did at least, with Kratos playing as demo, and they did win quite convincingly 5-0, I believe, in 15 minutes. So it doesn't fill me with confidence having seen that not so long ago, but maybe they've addressed that, maybe they've had a look. I know that Made in Germany have some quite interesting strategies as well, that you will see. Usually I know that Bash goes into the choke point and we see like soldiers coming from under like gear, and they kind of do a wraparound strategy that can be really difficult to deal as well. So it should be interesting to see how they're going to approach the middle, and if they can get their scouts into the game, Droso and Flip, because they are a good. They seem to be a good partnership. They had a good season last season, and it'll be good to see these guys sort of stand up and counted really. But ultimately, as I said before, if they can't compete on the middles, then perhaps they need to slow the game down to their own speed. And obviously, Nox is a very good main caller, and maybe they just need to play to their strengths, which may be just transitional play.
The public don't agree with you, man. They don't think Moule have a chance to get this. Made in Germany won the first straw poll for the first map by 68%. And now people are reckoning Made in Germany will take it without a golden cap. 83% of the people out there have been impressed by Made in Germany. I suppose it is our duty as casters here to try and keep this game competitive, but wow, how outclassed were Moule there in that first map. I will say as well that we've been giving you a little bit of extra time there. I might have said 60 seconds, but the map hasn't started yet. I have told the teams to ready up. And at that moment, that magical moment where both teams ready out, I will announce that the entries for the competition have closed. I'll tell Sonny Black, and he will go and find me a winner once this map is over. But again, it's your last chance. If you haven't heard about the competition by now, you're running out of time, basically. Now, on this next map, Gullywash, I wonder... will might we see Mais looking for any inspiration from that classic heavy sniper strategy that TCM once ruled Europe with? Well, sometimes. It's one I always like to mention on Gullywash, but would it even be effective against Made in Germany?
I think it could be, but they've got Clockwork on their side, and he's an excellent sniper as well. And with the ping difference, it's often people say that if you've got sort of 70, 80 MS as well, you have a slight advantage from a sort of inter point of view. So I wouldn't want to be encouraging Clockwork to switch to sniper either. And you saw there Ips rocking the heavy onto Granary last at the end. I'm sure with him being a main caller, that would be quite fluid for Made in Germany as well. So I think they may just want to stick to a standard setup, because I think whichever they could be slightly overpowered by that too.
Oh, we've got Ips with us here right now. I think we might be changing server. Please tell me, what's the situation, Felix?
Two of the Frenchies have ping issues now on that server, so we're swapping to the German Absalon server, which needs updates and relays for you guys, I guess.
Yeah, that is gonna cause a few problems. Well, it'll just take us a little time to fix. So I'm gonna have to ask. I think I'll just ask Ducky to take us to a little intermission. And let's just sort out the server first, and we'll come back with more analysis and live comms, hopefully, from Made in Germany. I totally forgot in the first map, sorry, Ips. And that'll give you a little extra time to enter the competition as well, so you can head on over to ETF2L.org, comment in that first news post. How many damage points will the winning team produce on the second map, including any potential golden cap? Just the number, please. Put it in there, and ETF2L will figure out if you have won or not. But as for now, Ducky, can we have some music, please, while we fix these technical changes?